All praise to the Most High. Yeah, that sound good, y'all. Colo, what we doing?
Hey, cook that up, Khalid.
We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. They said you got the call, they trying to blackball you. Play what they own, bro. You can't blackball a boss. The whole world, they hate Israel. The way you hate your neighbor, might as well pull the trigger on yourself. You know we get excited by the smoke. Every day we casting flesh. Say my treasure stored in heaven, we gon' blow the rest. They disrespected and we check. Them bank that causing kept it still. They asking others about my business, but I ain't got no instant miss. See, I still deal with ox direct. Cause your person don't mean you respect. Your outlet don't get no credit if the ox ain't in it. Money answer all things and you got all these questions. Playing Vic. Look, I employ slavery. If you broke, you say it. Yeah, them crews in the hood, Jews in the hood. I caught them clues, now I'm good. I broke it down, he understood my all to you. Filtered through, you found a few, I'm good. We what we sold, this here exclusive. They like, hey, folk, look what you doing. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. Most I told me, be still, give her room to work. Know my movie work. Your faith ain't good, don't put the work in. In the spirit flexing, that my day job. Getting the mode out my own, I don't know what they are. Before I got the blueprint, and I'm too legit to quit. Let it spark in the dark, be a light, got it lit. Trying to map my movement, got my haters pondering. The ops set the question there, they wanna know if you still lit. It hit different, you authentic, a lot of ops pretending. We do it for the Lord, got my own motion, who are you to judge? Put Most High first, none above. Take in the spirit, we locked in, they'll come against your plot. You know Judas said, yeah, we spit them scripts, they barely now. Came on slave ships, then you not black. You know they tell you everything. Isaiah 30:20, yeah, we bad. You see what happened when they tried to rail the train up off the track. False witness, hypocrite. We throw shots back, now they feel hit. Must go get it. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, finches hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still.
Well, all right. Once again, putting it down for you and yours. This is another episode of The Lion's Den. In this segment, we call it The Conversation Continues, talking about what's on your mind. I'm one of your hosts, Brother Malachi, Big Baby Hebrew, along with the man ready to talk raw, Yeshaya Dar. And we give honor to the Lord in Christ, from whom all positive thoughts flow. And we give much thanks to the woman of the house, the moderator of this entire great social media platform, Sister Karima, for allowing us to be able to come in here and lend the weight of our statesmanship on this great social media platform, The Lion's Den. Now, as always, here in the Conversation Continues, we always ask the very poignant question: aren't you tired of being lied to? Well, if that is the case, welcome, because here you are now going to be hit with full-on biblical spiritual truth. Now, when you come into the Lion's Den, please understand this here, that we come with the 7 eyes of intelligence, integrity, inspiration, influence, insight, and information. You know that when you roll with us, you're rolling with the pride. You know, because lions roll in a clique called Prides, and we're permanently ready and destroying evil, starting with our own. You know we're anti-coon, so there's no complete, obedient, obvious, yes boss ninjas on this team. Also, in the Lions Den, sometimes we may not always see eye to eye on certain points, so we may go point and counterpoint. No debate, point and counterpoint, where each person that discusses their issue laid out their facts, and we leave up to you, the listener, on who you want to roll with, who you like, whose presentation you like better, and in that matter, all things are settled. And last but not least, when you come into the Lion's Den, I always gotta lay this caution down in the spirit of I Am Manna, who laid out this here. When you come to the Lion's Den, you wipe your feet, your mind, your manners, conduct yourself in an orderly manner, and enjoy yourself. And now with all the formalities out the way, as the conversation continues, Yeshaya, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is a lot of things are dropping on this earth, a lot of prophecies leaping off the pages. Anybody been watching the news, you've been hearing about the massive floods that been hitting Valencia, Spain. And they getting torn out the frame, man. And people over there dying, missing, cars are piling up on one another. It's a real mess. But the question I ask to these people who have been receiving these plagues coming from the heavens, because it's not climate change, it ain't Mother Nature, all up made up fairy tales to hide the fact that the Almighty is bringing forth His wrath to this world. So people seem like they're not getting it. But maybe some things like this need to be taking place more over here in America, because people are not getting the message. See, this is the season really of judgment. The presidential election just passed a few days ago. And I know a lot of our people in this country was upset because little Donald Trump is going to be in the White House for another 4 years. A lot of people are afraid, scared. They don't know what's going to come of it. Well, if your faith is strong, you ain't got to worry. This is what faith is. Faith is trusting in trusting in the one who created you, brought you forth, gave you life. What's going to happen is going to happen, and no man can stop it. Prophecies are coming to pass every day as we speak, and they're going to continue to happen, because this is the time of the Gentiles that they're going to receive the wrath and the plagues of God on this earth as a wake-up call to them. Let them know that their time is short. See, we better be on the repentive train. Repentance is needed because a lot of people have committed crimes on this earth, done a lot of evil, sinister deeds. Well, America, you better watch out, because more is coming on the way. What's going on in Spain and Central Europe, floods, cars piling up on one, it's a real mess over there, man. But these people don't know who the one is really bringing it. I do. Malachi knows. But it seems like they don't know. See, when you do wrong, you get paid back for the crimes you committed, man. These people have committed crimes for centuries. Rape, robbing, pillaging lands, taking over nations, changing their ideologies, their beliefs, basically colonizing them. You got people that's in other people's lands telling these people in their country now how they should present themselves and how they should act in their land, and what they can do in their land. It's a shame, but things are going to be corrected because that's the way things are supposed to go for the moment. But things are going to change because the Most High going to come to the rescue of his people. Like he said, might not be when I want it to be, but it's going to happen. It will happen. It will take place. Just keep on holding on and wait and be still. Malachi, come back in and I'll be right back.
Right. So basically what we're talking, we always, we always come from a spiritual perspective. There's spiritual, but of course, on this great platform, we can always divert. We always are diverse in our discussion, from spiritual, intellectual, emotional, political, economic, military. We could discuss any and all areas, but what we're going into, apparently the direction that we're going to the next to on this episode is just basically an overall spiritual overview of what is happening throughout the earth. Again, we are of the train that we, the so-called blacks, throughout the four corners of the earth, are the real children of Israel. And now the time has come for America and all other world powers that are holding us hostage at this time. We now say here on the Lion's Den, it is time for you to let our people go, that we may go and serve our God, because he requires it now. But since America, modern day, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, as the book of Revelation said it would be, and all other world powers where we are present, are not going. We know you're not going to let us go. We know that you're going to harden your heart against the one true God. Everything is happening right on schedule from a biblical standpoint, whether you believe it or not, out there in Lion's Den land. So, what we're now giving is a straight blow-by-blow reality check on why these things are happening. Again, it can't happen fast enough for me, as I'm sick of this place. I'm sick of this entire setup, of skullduggery, evil, witchcraft, foul, sexual misconduct, okay? Wicked governing on a high level of satanic practice. So when you see all these, but as Christ did say, if you believe the biblical account, he did say, when you see wars, rumors of wars, and now they're no longer no rumors. Right now we're fighting a number of wars on all fronts. And we seem to be heading towards World War III. Right now here in this country, after now the entire presidential election, boy, we are seeing a lot of crashing out, burning out. Now that Donald J. Trump has once again attained the presidency of these so-called United States, but there's something united about it. We see the brewing discontent, brewing potential of an uncivil outbreak in this country. We see the buildup of a lot of animosity, anger, and everything else, just like this Bible said it would come to. And when America, when this dam breaks, it's going to be a flood of nothing but confusion, chaos, and all-out warfare right here on the shores of America. What you're seeing happening elsewhere is going to hit here. It's been long building. All we're doing is talking about it from a biblical perspective, because that is the ultimate grand truth of why these things are happening, for our sake. The real Jews that the Bible speaks about, we are the children of Israel. Whether anyone likes that or not, that's your business. Fine. But this long laid out curse that we was made to serve is now up. And this goes out to white America and every other and anybody else who's bought into the system, holding us hostage and refusing to release us. Your divine punishment, not from our hand, but from the hand of the one true God, is happening now. It's now happening because you refuse to release us. And like all other world empires that held us past the appointed time, your time now, as Amos 9 and 10, Amos 9 and 8 said, behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom. And America is that sinful kingdom that is controlling all world powers at this present moment. And he said, I will destroy from off the face of the earth. Now, some of you, when you tune in, oh, here they go with the doom and gloom. Okay, you show me what's happy, joy right about now in the society. People living in the streets, they're out here losing everything, or have lost everything, or about to lose everything. You have a system, an entire governmental upheaval. Like as people are crashing out, burning out, mass murders. You can't go to a school. You can't go to a church. You can't go to a movie theater, bank, restaurant without having to look over your shoulder. Okay? You have all types of upheaval in the, again, government structure, and that only trickles down to the social structure all throughout the land. So yeah, we are reporting everything in real time because it's happening, and we're not going to sugarcoat a pile of doo-doo and talk about it's sweet. So I see we have multi-generation mulatto on. Welcome, and what's on your mind?
Peace, family. And I get right to it. With Trump winning the election, hopefully he'll stop the sexually based content, particularly the LGBTQ plus content, from being put in the public schools. Hopefully Trump will ban that on a federal level. Additionally, hopefully Trump will ban abortion on a federal level so we can save our African American babies, including the mulatto babies, of course. Um, Additionally, and I'll say this in closing, Trump stated that on his first day, he will begin mass deportations. Hopefully, he really will begin the mass deportations so that we can preserve African American communities and that we can lower the African American homelessness and unemployment rates.
And what I'll say to you is this here. I'm going to agree with you on the points you raised. The first two, in particular, the LGBTQ and the entire, what did you say now? You said LGBTQ and
The abortion issue.
abortion. I agree with you on those wholeheartedly. Okay, because number one with a bullet, we should not be having our children being force fed anything about sexual identity and especially alternative what they call alternative lifestyles at no preschool age. It's bad enough that throughout the last 20 years we've been seeing a rise in children being sexually abused and rapes. Okay, where children are raping children. Why? Because they're being inundated in this culture where at the push of a button on the internet, you have grown men, grown women out here grooming our sons and daughters before they reach their 12th birthday. It's utterly ridiculous. So I agree with you on that. And as far as the issue of abortion is concerned, I agree with on that because again, abortion is straight out murder. It is not supposed to be used as a form of birth control. And the greatest birth control that the Lord put forth is abstinence and sexual discipline. But in this society here, you're taught that if it feels good, do it. Just do it. Do as thou wilt. And then here it is. But if you don't want to be responsible for your body count, ladies and gentlemen, you can always come to the human chop shop and terminate an unborn human being where they don't have the right to be able to voice their opinion on whether they want to live or die because you're irresponsible. So I'm with you on that. Now, of course, this is where you and I, we can go point, counterpoint on the issue of the African Americans. The whole issue of as far as this so-called immigrant crises, that's not the crux of Black American problems, because the real culprits, the real issue has been this white supremacist doctrine and this enslavement perpetuated by the Ku Klux Klan, the Posse Comitatus, the neo-Nazi party, the new Ku Klux Klan, the white wolves, and all white men who prescribe to the white supremacist doctrine. That is the main issue and the main problem that we've been suffering. Not Mexican, not Colombian, not Ecuadorian. They're not our problem. They're not the ones causing the issues that we have been dealing with. They're not the ones who bombed our businesses, bombed our independent townships, or flooded them. They're not the ones who lynched, burned, or hanged us. This is where we'll do we can do point, counterpoint, and leave it up to the listeners, multi-generational. I'm not targeting them. They're not our problem.
Yes, and let's go point, counterpoint. You'll notice I never said that they were our only problem. You have to at least acknowledge that I never said that they were our only problem, but they are a problem. And I'll sum it up with a question. Does the influx of literally millions of immigrants from foreign nations, does this lead to A, more majority African American communities, or B, less majority African American communities throughout the U.S.?
And I'll answer that question like this here. We've been able to survive and still be able to thrive no matter what objectives have been thrown at us. Again, the only reason that these people are in this country is because the Democrats were the ones who allowed them to be here with this ridiculous notion of trying to replace us and try to uproot us. But see, no matter what they throw at us, see, in God's plan, the Lord's plan, nobody's going to be able to outnumber us, outmaneuver us, out hustle us, because his divine hand is now running interference.
Bro, so I'm asking a question, and please answer the question.
And I'm answering your question.
So does it lead to more or less? Does it lead to more or less, brother?
It's going to lead to more, because see, again, the Lord is the one who determines who lives and who dies, not any man or their ridiculous plans on the plan on this in this world. We are going to be able to thrive. Here we go.
Well, brother,
We've been thriving. But that's why we've been, and
uh,
that's why we've been still striving, no matter what plan they throw at us. Go ahead.
and with all due respect, brother, we have to get away from the delusions and focus on reality. I can name the cities where the African American population has been ethnically displaced and replaced by Latino immigrants, such as Compton, California, such as South Central LA, such as Oakland, California, such as Sacramento, California, such as Houston, Texas, such as Chicago, such as New York City, such as Hartford, Connecticut, Boston, Massachusetts, Silver Spring, Maryland, Northwest DC. I can continuously name jurisdictions, municipalities where once African Americans used to be the majority, but now we are outnumbered by Latinos and other immigrants. And I'll say
And
this
in
in
your
close.
immortal,
Hold
okay,
on,
in
I'll
your
say this in
immortal
closing.
words,
Let me say this
okay,
in
I'm sorry,
closing.
sorry.
It's all right, King. And in closing, if we just look at the census, now I admit, not only does the census undercount the African American community, but also the census undercounts the Hispanic community in the US. But even with these undercounts, there are only approximately 45 million African Americans in the US. Simultaneously, according to the census, there are over 65 million Hispanic Americans. So the evidence is right in front of us. Either we will acknowledge it or we will continue to allow our communities to be taken over by Latinos and other immigrants. The choice is yours, really. I'm listening, King. And if anybody else want to jump in, you could jump in at this time. But just so it's not dead air, I really have to say this. We as African Americans have to decide, do we want our grandchildren?
I was talking though. Don't
Oh,
interrupt me.
you
Don't do that.
you was on
I
mute,
was
brother.
talking.
You
Okay,
was
so
on
now,
mute, bro.
and somebody put me back on mute. Well, now I'm back. Because in the immortal words of, now, like I said, in the immortal words of Public Enemy, don't believe the hype. By that I mean, okay, that yes, in those aforementioned areas you named, there has been a defection by a lot of African Americans because of these people being placed there and being given the economic upheaval to be able to do to be in those aforementioned areas, but that still does not mean that we're being outnumbered and displaced. That means we're just relocating. Okay, our numbers are still strong in New York because I'm out of New York and I see what goes on around here. So we still doing it. We're still doing it up here in New York, though there are machinations in play. Texas, that's debatable as well because there are other reports from other sources saying that Black Americans are still holding and standing strong in in that area, even though Governor Gregory Abbott is trying to make moves to undermine Black locales. I agree with you on that, but don't get it twisted though. This is not being delusional. Throughout the history, every society always tried to come with some kind of lame-brained attempt to destroy the children of Israel on all levels, even using them against each other. But in the grand scheme of things, the Lord still is the one who works all things out, and we ain't going nowhere. It's just that simple.
Well,
So
brother,
we're not going.
abortion proves that we are going somewhere, brother. Abortion is decreasing our numbers, King. You have to acknowledge that this black on black violence that we take place in our communities, we're going somewhere, brother. Like we have to acknowledge that we are experiencing a population decline. Our population growth rate our birth rate is below replacement level. The average African American woman has 1.5 children, brother. Statistically, meaning that we are not even breeding enough to maintain our level of population that we have right now, brother. And I'll say this in closing. I think the sister La Hefa, I think she lives in Texas. You could literally just ask her who has higher numbers in Texas, Hispanics or African Americans. Really?
And again, I say that's why I'm gonna repeat. Public enemy. Don't believe the hype. See, whose statistical data? See, be careful now when we take on someone else's statistical data about us. All right. See, when you look at the fact that, yeah, I acknowledge the fact that yes, unfortunately, there are some Black Americans who fall into the trap of the abortion and killing our children. I get that. But don't ever get it twisted, though. Our numbers are still through the roof, and don't believe someone else's census report. See, I make it no, I make it clear. I don't trust anything that the American government ever says about us because historically speaking, everything they usually put out about us, especially in the derogatory, is always a lie. It's always proven to be a lie. Okay? As far as the issue of the black on black crime yes, we do have our social and political and spiritual problems, and our moral compass is broken. But don't, again, the whole thing about black on black crime, multi-generational mulatto, and anyone listening, that is a made up myth. Okay, there's no such thing as black on black crime. There's only crime. And when you look at it, now this is where we have to go to the United States. Now this is where I say it's always sometimes the devil does tell the truth. And when you look at crime and statistics, it is always shown and proven that the majority of crimes is always committed race to race. What do I mean by that? When you look at white criminality, Hispanic criminality, Asian criminality, East Indian, whoever, all their numbers are just as on the same level as black people in this country. See, don't let this government try and tell you that out of all the nations on the planet, we are so out of control that we're murdering and shooting and killing each other like it's going out of style only.
Can I ask
And
you a question, brother?
that's a lie.
Is
What's
Russia
your question?
is Russia versus Ukraine? Is that not an example of white on white crime? White on white violence? Is that not? So my point is, since there is white on white violence, why we can't acknowledge that there's definitely black on black violence as well?
Well, multi-generational, if you heard me at the top of that particular discussion, I did acknowledge it. I did say that yes, we do have a very severe problem. But what I'm saying is I reject that black on black crime title because 35 years ago or more, that title was created by Rupert Murdoch and other Fox
Yes.
honchos to put out here and proliferate that we black folks are the only people killing each other out of style, in conjunction with the whole thing about, well, black people are 13% of the American population and commit the most crimes, which is a bald-faced lie.
But
So
brother,
yeah,
no matter what you call it, no matter
hold
what you
on,
call it.
I didn't say. Hold on, relax.
All right.
I didn't finish.
All right.
Point, counterpoint. Let me finish. So I conclude by saying we sometimes have to be very careful and check, quadruple check what someone else is saying about us in the go.
All right. And no matter what you call it, the point is we are killing each other. These murders that are taking place in the African American community is lowering our population. Can you acknowledge that?
I don't know about lowering our population, but it is causing a problem. It is
brother. If
problematic,
a brother gets killed,
brother.
if we
You
got
hold on.
if we got
Let
44
me.
million people, please let me say this: if we got 44 million people and one brother get killed, that means we got 39 million and X, literally, brother. It lowered our numbers, brother. Why you can't acknowledge that? So my point is, while we are engaging in a genocide against each other, because these are genocidal numbers that we kill each other in, while we engage in a genocide against each other on our own race, there are literally millions of other races, immigrants coming into the country and outnumbering us and reproducing at a faster rate than us. My point is, this leads to less majority African American communities. And that's my point as far as, all right, you say you question the statistics, and I know I question the statistics as well. That's why I brought up the observational science by asking the sister La Hefa. But even yourself, if you're taking a trip throughout the US, once you get to Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Cali, Utah, Oregon, brother, you know that these other ethnicities outnumber us. So I don't know why we have to pretend that what's in front of us is not in front of us, brother. Really.
I'm
Basically,
not pretending.
every
I'm
state.
not. Hold on. Hold
Uh-huh.
on. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I'll say this in conclusion because I don't want to, just wrap too long. When you go west of the Mississippi River, basically all of them states over there we outnumber, brother. And when you get east of the Mississippi River, I mean, you go to Florida. We're not the majority in Florida. You might argue we the majority in Georgia. It's debatable. I mean, maybe in some of the southeast states, but once you get to New York and going further north, we're not the majority up there neither, brother. So we are definitely outnumbered by multiple ethnic groups in the U.S.
And again, now I'll come back and say this here. I've acknowledged that we have our issues, but as far as the being outnumbered, look, nobody's gonna make me believe that, especially when I see white numbers. Okay, their numbers are drastically in the toilet. Okay, their numbers as far as babies, as far as abortion,
I agree.
through the roof. So now again, let's be careful when we take someone else's word about we being outnumbered. Yes, I agree with you that yes, when we kill one another, that is a problem. But what I am saying is this: it's not to the level that it's coming into what would be called fratricide. That is not what we're dealing with here. Okay, and it can be corrected if we now make the absolute effort to go into the issue of getting rid of, number one, our broken moral compass. We got to get that back on point. Also, I will agree with you that using the whole LGBTQ, trying to make our men women and our women men, and therefore now that also is an interference in the reproductive. I agree. Yeah, there are some barriers that we do have to work on, but again, we're not being outnumbered by the Hispanic population. That's a lie and a myth being put out by this government.
Well,
Because
brother,
see, if they were so, because
I'm
hold
sorry.
on, let me finish. Because if they were so super popular or super population wise, why would they leave and run from their country being overran by American interference to come here and supposedly repopulate? With their population being what it is, they should have been able to overcome and overthrow any interference in their lands instead of being here, instead of running like cowards and coming here seeking asylum.
Bro,
Think about it.
can we take a survey around the panel, please, and just ask the other panelists in their opinion? Because listen, I'm only one individual, and I could be wrong. Let's take a survey around the panel and ask the other panelists in the U.S. right now: do Latinos outnumber African Americans?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take you up on that. Everyone, everyone who's now listening in the comment section, give a one if you agree with multi-generational, that we are being outnumbered in this country, or give a two if you don't you agree with my counterpoint that we aren't and don't believe the hype. Let that and let Karima take a tally as we continue on, and we do have other people on the panel. I don't know who the what the F stands for, but that male, that individual, whoever may be, introduce yourself and welcome to the conversation continues here on the Lions Den. And what's on your mind?
Hey, uh, my, hello, my name's Freddie Biggs. I just want to say that, yeah, there's a lot of immigrants, Mexicans and Latinos and all that, Asians, all them coming in. But the fallacy is saying that they're overtaking this country. It's a false narrative, because if that was just like you said, Malachi, why wouldn't they take over their country? But they fleeing like cowards coming over here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's but I do understand that we need to take over, that we do need to step up and do what we can to but it's like that we have to clean up like the drugs and stuff like that from them coming in, but it's only those Mexicans that coming over here illegally with selling drugs. But the rest of them that come in, they come in to work and make a better life for themselves. It's like you see Asians, Japan, North Korea, every other country ethnic comes over here. They come over here to make a better life for themselves. So what Trump is talking about is supporting those that are performing criminal acts. You know what I'm saying? So,
Brother, do you believe that they outnumber us, or you believe that we are in a higher population than them?
I don't. Well, they do outnumber us to an extent. But I believe they outnumber us to an extent, but I don't believe that they overtaking.
Can I ask you this, brother? And this is just point counterpoint. If you acknowledge that they outnumber us, and you know more of them are coming, and they are moving to African American communities, my question is, demographically, how are they not taking over African American communities?
Yes, man.
Brother, did you hear the question?
I'll be back, bro.
All right, King.
All right, now again, we welcome you all. And look, I'm going to repeat again. As you're hearing the point counterpoint that I and multi-generational have entered. So now, for all those who agree with multi-generational that African Americans are being outnumbered by the Hispanic populace coming in, by way of this so-called immigrant crisis, put a one. And if you disagree and agree with my counterpoint on the issue, put a two. But in the meantime, I want to welcome Smashing Idol, as always. 1968, I see you raised the issue on Wayne Williams. We're going to talk about that as this conversation continues. You're forgiven. Welcome. Christopher the Lawful, we welcome you. Kwame Ma'at, you're welcome. Risa Israel, I see you. And Facebook user wants to join us, I think. So put the link, Sister Karima, when you're ready. And we got K Salam. Welcome. As the conversation continues, and I'm going to throw it back to you, multi-generational. The ball's in your court. Go.
Yes, and I have to acknowledge this discussion is starting to become, not just in this instance right now, this dialogue between me and you, but this dialogue that I'm having with numerous different African Americans in real life and on the internet is becoming tiresome, because I have to admit, and actually Sister Karima brought this up, but it was the truth. I myself am a mulatto. I have Spanish ancestry. So, on one hand, as an African American, I say, all right, I don't want African Americans to be outnumbered in our own country. But then the other side, the Spanish side of me says, all right, even if Hispanics do become the majority in the U.S., I'm Hispanic anyway. My children are Hispanic. So, it really doesn't make a difference to me. But my point is, I can't convince African Americans to practice self preservation if African Americans don't want to practice self preservation. If African Americans want to allow Hispanics to overpopulate African Americans in the US, which is your own country, then you all, as African Americans, will have to experience the effects of being outnumbered by another ethnic group in your own country. You have to live out the effects of being a perpetual minority in your own country, having being an insignificant voting bloc in your own country. So I mean, I'm almost at the point where I'm tired of trying to convince African Americans to practice self-preservation. If you don't want to do it, that's your choice, really.
My friend, it's not about that we don't want to practice it, but what I'm trying to say is that we have to be careful when we place the blame. See, these people here coming out, being allowed to come here by this government, this is being done by white America because their numbers are so depleted. They're trying to get what they call white adjacent people to come into the country to help bolster their numbers as they are dwindling and they're the minority, and it's becoming more and more evident, all right, that they are. So I don't want, it's not that we're not gonna practice self-preservation, because again, even if we don't want to, the divine creator, he always works this out. Because see, this is not nothing new. If you believe the biblical account of what happened to the children of Israel when we were in the captivity under Egypt, Pharaoh tried to make that same determining factor to crush us out of existence. And also in the area of abortion, if you will, where he had put out an edict, because it was the prophecy of that from among our people will be a savior that will lead Israel, which wound up being Moses. Don't forget, they were killing the firstborn sons of our people, but you had some of the Egyptian women saying that they weren't going to participate in that. They weren't going to do it because we are different. We are God's people, and they see, and the fear of the Lord was on them. See, this is not nothing new. Black women coming up dead in these hospitals, children, and the black children being, this is nothing new. This trying to replace and take us out of our population number wise. Nothing new under the sun. But
Well,
what
brother,
happened? But hold on.
my bad, go
What
ahead.
happened? Hold on. What happened? But what happened? The divine hand of the one true creator of all life stepped in and put the brakes on that. And what's happening right now in America with this ridiculous notion of trying to replace the black vote, the black American as a whole, now the Lord has had it stopped. It is stopped. He has hello, sir. Whoever's talking, please mute your mic because I hadn't finished. And now the Heavenly Father has put the brakes on that big time. But now, he went out. But I see we have now joining the panel, we have Elder Apostle Zaquan. Welcome, my dear brother. And as the conversation continues, what's on your mind?
Shalom, family. How y'all doing?
Peace, family.
Put me on the big screen, Karima. Put me on the big screen. This is for my brother. You know what that is? multi-generational.
I'm trying to read it right now. The reflection is making it hard to read. What kind of badge is that, brother?
It's a tribal badge.
Okay.
All right. You know what that is?
I'm assuming your tribal card.
Right. You know what that is?
With a tribal driver's license, I ain't sure, brother.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right. Do you have that?
No.
Nah. You know, people talk, man, and they come across these ads and they try to act like they know. They say little things and they make gestures, man. And we had a rough time with you early on. I'm glad to see you behaving yourself. I've been sitting back in the cut watching. I wasn't going to come on. I was going to spend time with my wife. Fortunately, she gave me permission because I had to come on while you was on here, man. Because first of all, I want to give you big ups on the way you acting now as opposed to the way you was acting in the past. They got you kicked off the air a couple of times. So, but you still coming on and you spitting the same kind of venom about the people or the people down south below us. You know, they doing their best to kill us. They knew, they said it as back as 2000, the way things were going. The year 2050, the Edomite would be a minority in this country, just dealing with the birth rate. So the reason that Margaret Sanger created Planned Parenthood to control the black population, you can take me off the screen now. I just want to show those credentials, to show that he's not the only native, original on this panel. But they created Planned Parenthood. If you listen to a guy named Dr. Stephen Pidgeon from the Sefer Publishing Company, he will tell you that Margaret Sanger created Planned Parenthood for the reason of annihilating the Negro, who she believed was the tribe of Judah here in America. Did you know that?
Yes, sir.
So what's the problem if you knew that? If you knew that the Negro was of the tribe of Judah, of the stock of Israel, what's the problem?
The problem is that Judah in the U.S. is being ethnically displaced and genocide is being waged against Judah in the U.S.
Judah in the U.S. or Judah and the U.S.?
Judah in the U.S. I-N.
So who you consider to be the U.S.?
The United States of America.
And you think that they are that Judah is in company with the United States of America?
You didn't hear me, brother. What I'm saying is Judah within the borders of the United States of America is having a genocidal war being waged against Judah, brother.
No, but that's why I asked you in clarity. Did you say Judah and the United States of America?
No, I said
Because
N.
that's two separate. That's two separate countries.
Exactly. That's why I said N
In.
inside. Yes,
Okay, I
inside.
misunderstood you.
That's all right.
Inside.
Yes.
Oh, now, well, see, it sounded like you was talking about protecting America and not Judah. It sounded like you was talking like, that's where the problem was. I guess it was a misunderstanding.
Yes, I'm
It
saying
sounded like you was saying, like, I was like, why are you fighting for this land? This
because,
land, I mean, we are here and we've been here. Okay.
brother, you
But
said
we
why am I fighting?
recognize this land is governed by Esau. This land is governed by a foreign invader.
And Esau's dying off, correct?
Esau is dying off.
Yes.
Esau?
Well, read the screen right there. It literally says that the Caucasians in the U.S. are experiencing a population decline.
Oh yeah, they're in the U.S., but they're
Yes.
not experiencing a population decline in the world. But
I'm,
in the
I'm-
U.S., yes.
Yes, I'm speaking about the
But
U.S.
that's due to the Most High. But they still, as the U.S. goes, Esau goes.
That's my point.
Because Esau is U.S.
So with the Caucasian population declining in the U.S., my question is, as an Aboriginal, you yourself, you just showed your tribe. I'm asking genuinely. You already experienced an English invasion and colonization. My question is, why do you support now your tribal lands being invaded and colonized by Spaniards and Hispanics?
Because ultimately the Most High has another land for me.
Can I ask where that is?
I don't know where it is. Do you know where Israel is?
That's my
Do
point.
you know where our homeland is?
I wanted to bring that up when Dr. USA brought that up, and I'm glad you brought that up. Literally,
Yeah,
if
but
you
do
look
you
at,
know?
I'm trying to answer that. I'm trying to answer that.
Okay,
If
go
you
ahead.
look at if you look at Israel right now,
When you done, I
today-
gotta ask a question. Go ahead.
yes, sir. It'll be brief. When you look at Israel right now, the majority of the people in Israel right now are not indigenous to Israel. My question is to you, as an Aboriginal brother in the United States of America, why don't you realize that just as Israelites were ethnically displaced out of Israel, you too can be ethnically displaced out of your homeland in the U.S., your tribal lands?
The lands of my occupation is not the lands of my homeland. It's not the land of my origins. Now, there is a
Wow.
land of my origins.
All
And
right.
I'm not saying it's Israel today. When I read in the Bible, 29th chapter of Deuteronomy, start at verse 19 to 28, the land of Israel was displaced even as the people were displaced. Only the Most High knows where the land is. That's like the Garden of Eden. Nobody on this planet knows where the Garden of Eden is.
But I'm asking, and I want to pass the mic to the other brother. I know he has a question. So I'll make a statement instead of asking you a question. Us allowing ourselves to be ethnically displaced and not protecting our territory puts our future generations in a disadvantaged position. As our future generations will not have less land to claim as their own, the incoming invaders, the Hispanics, the Asians, etc., they will have claimed territory in the U.S., which is our land, but we claim that it's not. So our children will be men without land, women without land.
Well, the thing is, this land that you want to claim, the Most High will destroy. Now, whether he's going to make it new or not, if he chooses to, he will. But this land, he's going to destroy. The only land that's going to survive is our land, wherever that might be. So if our land is here, then you don't have to worry about it being destroyed because it will not be destroyed.
With all due respect, King, what you're saying to me sounds like with all due respect, it sounds like a religious excuse to throw in the towel instead of protecting our
To throw in
territory,
what time?
throw in the towel of defeat, throw in the towel of surrender.
Well, I mean, you acting like you want to fight for something that might not be yours.
No, this is definitely no. It is mine though, brother. It's yours too. You just showed the tribal card, brother. This is our land, so we have an obligation to fight for our land for the sake of our future generations.
So how you plan on fighting?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Literally, I've been professionally, I'm a lobbyist, so I've successfully advocated to get the TPS, the temporary protected status that illegal aliens have in the U.S. I successfully lobbied to get that terminated. Additionally, I got illegal aliens deported. Additionally, I fought successfully to implement laws to prevent illegal aliens from receiving social welfare benefits, such as in New York, where the debit cards are now no longer being given to the illegal aliens.
So,
literally.
So you think that fighting against them getting debit cards,
yes,
is protecting your land?
Well, it's protecting our resources because the money on the debit cards comes from our taxes, brother.
So you think that's your resources?
I'm a taxpayer. Are you not, brother?
What? A taxpayer? No, I
nobody's a taxpayer, bro.
I haven't paid.
I'm a taxpayer.
I haven't paid taxes in quite a while.
Well, I'm a taxpayer, so I'm protecting.
You're not a taxpayer.
Yeah.
All right,
do you actually go to hold on? Do you actually go to the IRS with your money? When you get your check, they deduct whatever money they want to deduct, so you ain't paying nothing. They take it already.
That means they took my taxes,
taken out
right?
your check. You ain't paying nothing.
You just heard.
Okay, so you're not a taxpayer. Nobody's a taxpayer.
That means they took my money, right?
Yeah.
Checkmate. That means that we have an obligation to determine how our tax revenue is spent. How you don't understand that, bro?
As much as you can get from the government, I say get it. But ain't nobody walking around here with my money in their pocket, brother.
The illegal
everything that's for me, I get.
All right,
the
bro.
Most High, everything that's for me, ain't a door closed that the Most High done opened.
Well,
ain't a door closed.
But let me come in. Let me allow me to come in now. Now I'm gonna
go ahead, King. Go ahead, King.
But now, my dear elder apostle, I'm going to come in with the counterpoint, and I'm going to say I actually agree with multi-generational on this one. Shutting this down where our resources are being stolen from us right under our nose. That's a heavy. If you're getting what yours, congratulations to you. I applaud you on that. But for the host of people out here who are not getting what they deserve and not getting what they should get because these institutions, in conjunction and in collaboration with the American government, have been deliberately undermining all our resources to be given to these people. That's why the mayor of New York is now in hot water. Eric Adams, he's in hot water. And a whole host of other people who are now getting a conscience saying, wait a minute, hold up. We've been helping you rob the American people to give this money, give all these resources that people here in America need so desperately to these people. So now if multi-generational has made a campaign where he's shutting that down, I applaud him. And you have other people out here who are now putting the brakes on that because it's obscene that these people getting $3,000 a month, $5,000 in cash. I've seen that with my own eyes on some of these debit cards. Yo, it's obscene with the way the government has done that and been allowed to do it. So he's right. We do have to put a concerted effort on that issue. Well, here it is. We're told no when it comes down to the issue of reparations. But again, $200 billion in the last year and a half given to Ukraine. An additional $600 million set aside for Ukrainians who want to come over here. They get EBT and cash benefits out there, 600 million. Not to mention the 12 billion being given to Israel since their conflict popped off last October. Then you had $94 billion be divided between Taiwan and Ukraine, and now just about a couple of months back, about a month and a half, about 4 weeks ago, a month ago, another $8 billion was given to the Ukrainians. But when it comes to Black Americans, anyone else, we're told no in the issue of reparations. Oh, well, it'll break the economy. But all these incalculable
all that money you giving away, breaking the economy, destroying the economy. What the hell?
Right. So
Baby Hebrew, let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Elder Zaquan, let me finish, and you'll have the floor. So I'll conclude by saying, Elder, stepping in and putting up a defense of that magnitude is very much needed, and I also am glad to see that there are people out here making that effort now. What's your counterpoint?
All right, brother, when you was back in the day, and the Crucial was the Roaster Crucial came in and gave them brothers the bag. They gave them brothers the bag. Why didn't you take it? When they offered you the bag, why didn't you take it?
I'm going to tell you why. My exact words to that Rosicrucian representative was this here. Let me get this straight. The government won't give us reparations. Even back then, I was bringing up the issue of reparations. They don't have money to give us in reparations, but you can come in here with this money offer if we sell out our people. If I bend over and become a bitch of the devil, you got plenty of money to do that. So I didn't take it because, let me finish. So, Elder Zaquan, I was offended by that because it's a disrespect.
Brother.
So what's your point?
Satan takes care of his own. Why are you surprised that Satan takes care of his own? The Most High done told you this world don't belong to you. Neither does the things of it. When are we going to stop looking for this world to do for us what the Most High has already done for us? Why are we looking for this world? Why are we looking for this world to take care of us when you see they're not going to do it? You see that. They got no problems with taking care of their own because the world loves its own. It's an honor to be hated by this world. That assures me that I'm loved by the Most High. But if the world was taking care of me, then evidently I belong to it. But I don't belong to this world. That's why this world don't take care of me. The Most High takes care of me. He took care of Abraham. He took care of David. He took care of Solomon. And he'll take care of you. When you stop looking to the world to take care of you. Yes,
Elder
the world takes care of its own.
I'm sorry.
Yes, the world takes care of its own and will continue to take care of its own and will continue to give you shit for your flowers because that's what the world is expected to do. Why do you expect any less?
Now, I'm going to come in with the counterpoint on that. Elder Apostle, my dear brother, it's not about us looking for this government to take care of us. What we're talking about, however, is that when the Lord required all empires to release to the children of Israel, in the spirit of Ezekiel 15:33, I think it is, they are required to give back the pledge, give back what they stole. Hold on. Allow me to finish, because I heard you out. Counterpoint. The counterpoint is this here. So what we're looking at is here. It's not about them taking care of us. Reparation is a debt that's owed. So we're coming in the one true God's name and making a demand that they give it to us. Now they like you're right. They're hardening their hearts. They're refusing to do it, and that's exactly why things are coming to a head for them the way it's coming. Now,
And then
as
they're
far
going
as
to release it.
allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. I didn't cut you off. Now, so it's not about we looking for them to take care of us. No, this is a debt owed, and we're coming in the name of our true name, our true culture, and our true status, but yet here it is in our faces. They're playing with us.
Go to
So
Isaiah 60.
no, but hold on. It don't have to even be long drawn out. So I'm with multi-generational on the fact that there are certain steps that can be taken, and I'm even looking to do it myself, where we can put up a protest now because it's got to stop. It's going to stop, and it's going to stop,
Yes,
They're
sir.
and
not
it's
going
going
to
to
give
stop.
us. They're not going to give us reparation, and it's not going to stop in this life. It's not going to stop until Isaiah 60, when the Most High force their kings to come to thee and bring their riches, just like Isaiah 60 said. And then they will bring their riches, and that's when they're going to bring them, and not before. They are not going to give you reparation. And I'm not going to sit around here and complain about what they do for themselves. I got to keep moving and get out of what I can get out of it until the Lord comes. I got a habitat until he comes. I have to build. That's with my two hands, my feet. That don't mean to be looking at somebody else's pocket. That don't, because what they give to them, they're not going to give to me. Whether they give it to them or not. They're not going to give it. If they was going to give us reparations, you would have had it. Now,
But we got to take what's ours.
There's ways of getting money.
But hold on, gentlemen. Let me get a counterpoint, and I'll give it right back to you, multi-generational. But the reason, Elder Zaquan, that we have not been able to get the reparations because it's been on the chopping block for so long is you have traitors within our own race who aided and abetted in blocking it. What we call boule or buffer Negro. Hold up. Just recently in California, when you had Governor Gavin Newsom, a nuisance, use the California black cowards, I call them, okay, to step in and deliberately block what was about to be a guaranteed ironclad, here's your money. Okay, then he also used the head of the San Francisco branch of the NAACP, Amos Brown. It's always these old time
Anus.
Yeah, okay, Amos. Some of these civil rights retreads and fossils always stepping in, blocking Generation X from the progress that we need to get done. So but you know what? Be careful, Elder. There was a time where you had people saying that we were never going to get off the plantation and we would never be free off these plantations. But through fighting, Nat Turner's and so many others, we got off. There have been plenty of people saying what they'll never do. But if you don't try and fight for it, how do you know what they won't do if you don't try?
Listen, I'm not saying there are things you can do. There are things you can do. Like the simple fact that I got that ID, it allows me to tap into resources that have already been declared for the American native, right? The government gives them money. That money is on its way to me because I'm an American native. See? It's called SSA. The fact is, I'm already receiving SSA. I've been receiving it since I turned 65. Before that, I was receiving SSDI since 1998. Okay? So there are things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I don't do is worry about what somebody else is getting. I don't think about what other people are getting. I could care less.
But hold on, Elder Zaquan, if it's coming out of hear me out. If it's coming from our pocket and my money, hell yeah, I'm gonna be mad about that.
It's not my money if I don't have it.
Yo, brother, if you don't think, Elder Zaquan, if you don't think collectively that they've been robbing Black America, our pockets to feed everybody else, and everybody else has been able to benefit off of us as parasites. Come on, Elder. Don't do that. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that.
Listen, brother, what I don't have, I don't miss. If I don't have it, I don't miss it. Yes, I worked 30 years of my life since I was 17. What the government took from me wasn't mine. They took it from me before I got it. I had no control over it. It was taken out of my check before I got it. I can't miss what I don't have. Y'all got this thing twisted. This thing begins in your mind. Can't nobody take from you what you don't have. Stop thinking you're losing when you are winning. You're winning, brother. The Most High is on your side. You are winning. You're not losing. But so a man thinketh. There goes he. You think you losing. You think you lost. You think they taken from you. You counting what you don't have. I pray that if you don't hear me now, if you can't hear my wisdom now, meditate on it later. Don't give your power to your enemy. God didn't raise no dummy. You are a child of the Most High God. You are winning. Nothing happens to you unless you allow it. Nothing. You are a king. You are a son of a king. You're royalty or royal priesthood. Stop with this, man. I said it on Sonetta. He made a probe out of it. Stop this thinking, stinking thinking. You hurting yourself. Thinking somebody else got something that belongs to you. When you got no power over it. You got no control what another man has. And as long as you're looking at what another man got, you'll never get ahead. because you're only looking at what you don't have instead of looking at what you got. And what you got might not be more than what somebody else got, but I guarantee you can find somebody with less. I guarantee it. Keep looking. You'll find somebody wish what you had. Because we grow at different levels, man. Life comes at different levels. Learn to abide where you are. Don't become satisfied. Just content until you can do better. You don't have to be satisfied. Being content is good enough. Hear what I'm saying. I'm 69 years old. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. It's in the book. When we stop looking at what other people got, we'll learn to appreciate what we got as a people and as individuals. Right now, I'm in a hotel room. I've been here for 5 weeks. Come tomorrow, I'm moving on my property. Yes, I had to deal with these 5 weeks in this hotel. Paying $2,300 a month. I used to pay $600 a month in my home. I'm not bringing in no extra money. But God is sustaining me. How is he sustaining me? When I'm paying out $1,800 more a month than what I was in my own home. But he's doing it. I'm not out in the street. The Most High is taking care of me like he's always has. Won't he do it? I believe he will do it. I'm fool enough to believe that God will meet my need. And I ain't doubting nothing. I ain't doubting nothing, man. I don't care what it looks like. I'm winning because of the Most High. He's taking care of me. He's meeting every need. And I ain't got to get in nobody else's pocket and worry about what they got. Y'all hear me, man. If you can't hear it now, meditate on it. Everything we want is in the book, and it's going to work out. We just got to stick. We just can't give up like so many of us do. It's breaking my heart when I think about my brother. But he gave up.
To give up is to die.
We can't give up, man.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear you.
I said to give up is to die.
That's right. Yes, you might as well. You turn your back on the Most High. Huh? That's something you can't survive.
May I interject? And I'm gonna let
Yes,
you get
sir.
it back. Like with the thing, that incident that with Malachi, when those Negroes took that bag, it seems like right now they live in the high life and it's sweet,
Right,
but they're gonna take, but it's gonna be very bitter
right,
as soon as possible, because
right,
you made a deal with the enemy to get ahead in this world, man.
right.
And the problem with these dudes don't understand is they don't understand that the repercussions are going to be very hard
Their
when they do
soul,
come back. When
the
it do come
soul
on
is
their head,
required.
and that's it. You
Yeah,
can't come back from it. You can't come back from it. It's out there in the heavens, man. You
right.
can't come back. There ain't no coming back from it. Once you
The Most
sell
High
your
does not forget, man.
no,
He's not going to forget what you did. You're not worthy of him. When you yield your members to sin, you're not worthy. All he did was gave his life. And you think he's going to expect anything else other than that from you? When the son gave his life, is he going to expect less? And here you taking your life and running, thinking you saving it. He that seeks to save his life will lose it.
do you
Period.
believe? It's like the trials we are going through, man. You understand we was chosen to go through this?
Yeah, we were chosen to go through it. You think the Most High didn't know that we will be on the bottom with everybody prospering around us? This is the proving ground. Don't you know we got to go through the fire? As soon as you feel a little heat, you giving up the ghost. Let alone the fire. All you feel is heat.
You feeling heat, you looking for the water to put it out.
Yeah. Yeah. You think you ain't going to go through? I expect the world to take care of his own. I expect the world to do that.
So what you saying is we not of the world.
No, we're
Be
not.
in the world, but be not of it.
Right. We're not of this world. The world loves its own. The love takes care of its own. Why we want the world to take care of us? It don't make sense. It don't make sense, man.
Do you think our people are addicted to the plantation mindset?
Yeah. 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 We want Master to bless us. We want Master to acknowledge us. We want to be acknowledged. We done broke our back for Master, and we want his acknowledgments.
Meaning we seeking his approval. That's what you're saying,
we want
basically.
his approval. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And we get jealous when he treats somebody else better. When he treats his own son better, we get jealous. But we don't know we stepchildren. What you expect, nigga? You're a stepson.
Apostle, let me say something quick. I ain't cutting you off. Forgive me. When the scriptures say they the know people, really right now, when you look at things in America, you can apply that to us.
Yeah.
We are considered right now to know people because everybody look down on us.
Right.
You feel
And
me?
the point is, we know what's going to happen. Why? Because we done read the book. We read the book, but we still complaining, man. When we know the outcome. All you got to do is go to Isaiah 60. There's the outcome. It's right there in black and white.
You know what it is? Our patience gets the better of us because our people, they want it now. They're not willing to wait.
Yeah. Microwave. Microwave.
Quick
every time we
and
turn that
easy.
damn thing on,
Quick
every
and
time
easy.
we doing that damn thing on, it's doing damage to our bodies. Every time I pick that cell phone up and put it to my head, it's doing damage to my body. But it's not immediately taking my ear off, so I'm not concerned about it. Because the damage is doing, I can't see it. But there's a paycheck coming from that. There's a debt got to be due for putting that phone up next to my ear.
There's a debt to every society on this earth, and they gonna pay it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, America has a very short time whether people will see it or not. America won't last. It's not gonna last.
No.
Because everything that was written about the destruction of America will take place.
Oh yeah.
And
Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. And anybody that got his stakes in Babylon, you putting your stakes in the wrong power. Use it. Yeah. Use it for what it's worth while we here. But we got something better. Know it. We got
America got a
better,
going
man.
out of business sale, bro. So go get your goods while you can before the store closes.
Right. Use them. Don't let them use you. Use them. Don't let them see you coming. Don't let them see you coming.
Yeah, I want to jump on now. You seeing the floods that hit Valencia, Spain, and the damage that it's causing. Those people over there are getting a wake-up call, whether they know it or not. They get the wake-up call. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is what we want the American public to understand, especially of the Caucasian persuasion, that the same destruction you see happening over there is definitely going to come over here.
Yeah.
Because of the evils that you commit, the sins you commit. Nobody going to escape the wrath. The wrath is unescapable.
Right.
And
All
somebody
the
got to
land.
pay the debt. The blood, bro. The blood is crying from the ground. You understand?
Right.
And somebody gonna have to really pay for those sins that they committed. The children of their forefathers, y'all gonna have to pay the price. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Yeah.
But that's just the way things gonna go.
Right.
We paying the sins for our forefathers and mamas.
Right.
Why not you?
Right. Right. I mean,
ain't no
this
scapegoat.
generation, this generation didn't do what our father's generation did. I mean, we got our own problems, yeah, because we didn't know who the hell we were. Most of us grew up not knowing who we were. I know I did. I didn't know who I was when I was 40, when I was 30. I didn't know that. I learned who I was when I was in 2015. I was a grown-ass man.
So you didn't learn this until you were 60?
Yeah. I was happy as a lark. Since I was 22, I was in the church. I was in the church for 48 years. I went through the ranks as a deacon, as an elder, as a minister.
What did you get out of the church? Did you get anything out of the church? What I'm saying.
I got deliverance from drugs. Yeah, I mean, the Most High was with me. Even though I didn't know, he still preserved me in the church. He prepared me for this here. That's the only reason why I'm still alive. He preserved me. I was cradled. When he say in your ignorance, I winked at you, I'm that individual. In my ignorance, he winked at me. Because he had something better for me. I just didn't know what it was. But what I got when I was 22 is what I needed. You understand? I needed deliverance. And I got it. I was a low bottom drug fiend at the age of 22. IV using, heroin shooting, drug fiend. Started when I was between 12 and 15.
Can I say something quick? And then I'm gonna let you get it. Yo, Karima, Malachi's in the back. So let him on, please. Thank you. Go ahead, Apostle.
Yeah, so I mean, I needed that. I needed that type of awakening. I needed God to stand before my face and show me he's God. I needed that. I needed that experience at that time. I stopped shooting dope. I didn't go through withdrawal. Now, between 15 and 22, if I didn't have drugs, I got sick, man. But that Wednesday night, I stopped. The next time I shot dope was 4.5 weeks later when I got my income tax check. And you know how it is, you just got money. And I remember sitting in the car with a friend of mine, and telling him this is the last time I'm doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. Something happened to me 4 weeks ago. I remember it as it was yesterday, sitting in the car, up on top of Big M, panorama room. It's a hill that overlooks Washington, D.C. And I shot dope for the last time. That day. And I locked in. In a year, I got called. I got married in a year. And I came back from my honeymoon. We had a Friday night service. I've been married 1 week and I got called to the ministry. A year later, I got ordained as a minister, a local minister in the Washington, Maryland, Virginia area. And I locked and loaded in the church. And then I got installed as an elder. Then I got installed as a pastor. Then I got installed as an apostle. In 2012, Three years later, I got sick and I went in the hospital, and I came out and I decided that I would go to college because I couldn't pastor. I was sick. I was sick for about a year. And I went to school. And I completed a year and a half. I had 2 classes from graduating, and I got sick again. I waited until 2017. I enrolled back in, and in 6 months, I took the 2 classes and passed them. And in 2018, I walked across the stage. But in 2015, he showed me that I was an Israelite. And I couldn't pastor. I couldn't go back to it. I wasn't with no group. Only thing I had was the internet. And I went on the internet and I saw the tribe of Judah. Kazawan. And I started listening to Kazawan. I listened to Kazawan for about 8 months. Then I enrolled in the Hebrew School of Detroit, College of Detroit. Don, y'all know the guy that wrote the book, Negroes to Hebrews to Negroes, Negroes to Hebrews. I enrolled in that college in Detroit. I took 1 semester in Paleo Hebrew. And then I got We Are Next online, Zion Law School, El Yasapa. And I joined his class online. And I've been knowing El for 3.5, 4 years of studying Hebrew with him.
Well, all right. But let me come in now. I've been gone for a minute. But what happened to our multinational generational?
I don't know. He left. I don't know if.
Oh, because okay, because your testimony is very powerful and poignant and everything. But I've been listening to your conversation, Elder. But and again, it's not about wanting nobody to take care of us, but just demanding what's ours. Just like Moses and all the other leaders of Israel in the ancient times, by God's requirement for these lands to give us back the pledge and give us back what's ours. But of course, like you said, they're going to harden their hearts. They're going to refuse to do it. And that's why we're seeing. So getting back on what we were saying, that's exactly why we're seeing what's happening in Italy, Spain, and all the other European provinces. That's exactly why we're seeing the brewing uncivil war that's about to erupt on these shores. Now, with this election that has transpired, you got everybody left, right, and center crashing out. Okay, now that you have the professional international manipulation practitioner, pimp, Donald J. Trump back in office, and the Democrats are licking their wounds. But see, the thing is, no matter who wins, right, America's going to lose. That's the whole issue that we're coming with, the train of thought that we're on. So what do you see coming down the pike now, Apostle, after you've given that powerful testimony of your development, and what do you see coming now from your prophetic viewpoint?
I believe ultimately we're heading We're heading for a time unlike we have ever seen. And
I'm sorry, Zaquan, real quick. I'm sorry, Elder. To real talk. Let's not be disrespectful, okay? What we are about here is hearing anybody out at any time. We had a point, counterpoint, then we had a spirit where a testimony came into play. We respect and we welcome Elder Apostle Zaquan at all times, and anyone, and we respect our elders here too. So please don't be respect. We hearing him out is not. He's not boring, and his testimony may have inspired someone else. So don't do that. Let's not do that here. We're gonna have a lively discussion and a productive discussion as well. And we're gonna come back and read other comments. Go ahead, Elder Zaquan. Go.
yeah, just to let you know, I'm not even looking at the chat, man. I don't even pay it no mind half the time. So right now, I don't even have the chat up. Okay, so I'm not able to see what they're saying, so it don't matter what they're saying. That's just folks' opinion. And like assholes, everybody got one. So yeah, I think things are going to get worse and worse and worse. And we're going to have an experience soon. We're going to see something that we ain't seen. Something that's been alluded to, but nobody has ever witnessed it. Not like it's going to happen.
You know what I think it's going to be? One of the things I think it's going to be? I think it's going to be an angelic presence.
That's what I'm getting to.
Being shown.
That's what I'm getting to.
They're going to
think it's aliens. The world's
no, it's going to be the real deal.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But see, it ain't going to be righteous. The first is not righteous. It's not going to be a right. There is an evil force that exists as well as a righteous force. The first, it will come as assistance. It will come as help. It will come as deliverance. But it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that, but it's going to have the appearance of that. Ultimately, the Most High is going to manifest and put everything in order. I'm saying it like this because I don't know how it's going to happen. I understand the ramifications. That which is that is always an imitation that manifests itself before the righteousness manifests. I'm putting it that way. But it's going to be out of this. It's going to come, and it's going to come like, because things going to get bad. And it's going to come. There's a wilderness in our future. There's a time of famine in our future where things are not going to be as readily to us. We might not be able to walk into a room and hit a light switch, and no, we might have to go through something, sit in the dark. We might not have the conveniences that we have today. Woe to them that are in the city. Woe to them, because there's going to be problems for people that are close in confinement with one another. Because folk ain't going to have at liberty what they're accustomed to having. And there's going to be struggle. Everything is heading to what I say a time of uncomfortability, something we're not used to, discomfort, something we are not associated with. And something's going to show up like it's sanctuary. We are here to help, but they're not. They're not. And just like that old movie, Right in the Nick of Time, Israel, because of the sake of the elect, our Christ, our salvation will show up and deliver us. I believe it wholeheartedly. I believe the Bible upholds that. The Bible reveals that. And it has to happen. And it's going to take somebody like Donald Trump to manifest that. The beginnings of that. Somebody that would stage his own assassination just to get elected. It's going to take somebody with a mind like that to do the things that needs to be done to propel us in that environment.
We went to college together at NYU. Right. We worked together before. Student newspaper. Really? Why didn't you say so? I forgot.
Well, all right. Okay, but the bottom line, okay, now this is the thing, right? Like you, I do see things up here on the that definitely are in play, but I don't think now, as a counterpoint, I don't think Donald Trump staged his own assassination. Okay, they're trying to kill him. There are forces out here trying to kill that man. See, the one thing about the man, whether we like him or not, he's not being controlled by the higher forces that control this government. See, that what makes him the Trojan horse, if you will, the most dangerous player in the game. And see, they don't, like you said it yourself a minute ago, the devil take care of his own. If he was on board and on program with them, they wouldn't be trying to kill his ass. I don't mean to cuss, but let me be careful because we have our children listening, but they wouldn't be trying to kill him. Okay, so I don't think he staged that either. There are plenty of ways you can do, without getting your head almost blown up, and then someone stalking you on a golf course. Okay, so I find it. I've heard people say he staged that, but I can't. I can think of plenty of other ways we can stage. Where you almost got your head blown clean off. Okay,
yeah,
that's something to consider.
They did it 4 years when he was president. 4 years when he was running in 2016, they did the same thing. They rushed him off stage, saying that there was an assassination in the audience, but it wasn't none. And people criticized it. So this time they made it look like it, and his ear got shot, or whatever. I think that if there was an assassination out there, like I said, it would have been more than one, and it might have been more than one, but they would have been successful. He was standing there like a duck in the water. If somebody wanted to shoot him, they would have got him. He would have been gone.
But you know what I'm going to say? Interestingly enough, he said something that was very poignant. And I quote, he said, look, it was God who saved me. Here it is. They had me dead to rights, but yet they missed. Because why? God saved my life. And I'm thankful for that. But see, let's look at the fact that he's anti-LGBTQ. Number one with a bullet. That's the number one thing the Democrats literally and figuratively have been trying to push down our throat. He's also He hates Bill Gates, and he hates a lot of them other families that's up there in within his governance. And you see, let's not pretend that we don't understand that he's being backed by Vladimir Putin, Russia, and a few other business tycoons out there backing him. So we got to look at what's really happening. So I see, like you said, on the horizon, a great deal of deliberate, maybe unrest being brought forth by the left. I'm gonna say the left, the Democratic Party, and those who are trying to push this thing, this agenda, on us more so than anybody else. Because they're the most hateful, they're the most venomous right now. And here it is, the fact, what really caught my eye was when you had warmongers like Liz Cheney, her father Dick Cheney, George W. Bush, and backing the Democrat, talking about backing the whole campaign of Kamala Harris. Now, see, there really is something afoot. The fact that we have them being very concerned about the low numbers of people not applying in the military no more. See, this generation, that X and now the millennial in particular, are definitely showing beyond all shadow of doubt that the Most High's plan, the Most High's engineering is in full effect. When you see, again, as Christ said, when you see a nation divided, when you see huge, tremendous factions of white people burning their American flag, when you see them refusing to go into the military, and they're already letting it be known, whatever wars these guys got concocted, their children are not going to go, because they learned after what happened with the WMD campaign, words of mass deception. Now you know something is definitely about to brew. Now, as far as Donald Trump's policies, all of it, you can see what you want, is against big government. So what's the real deal? Okay? I'm still not going to hold out the fact that when it comes to the Simpsons and their predictions, they always ring true. And I'm still, and the whole issue of Donald Trump being put to sleep, okay? And the fact that he survived not one, not two, but now 3 attempts, there's something definitely afoot. All right? Now,
but there only was one attempt. The rest of it, we don't know if it was an attempt. They arrested some people saying that they had a gun, but nobody actually, that no one actually attempted. There's only been one attempt. Somebody shooting at him. The rest of it was they caught a guy with a gun that said he wanted to do something. I know about that. They got him arrested. I don't know nothing about anything else. So that's 2. But like I said, they done showed a president is not hard to shoot. They done showed that. If they want you dead, you'll be dead. The lengths that they went to kill Kennedy, our own government was involved in that. So that's not some wacko Oswald doing what he did. That was CIA and the government killing John F. Kennedy because he was going to reveal about the space aliens, that Eisenhower had been in communication with some type of alien, and they wanted to shut him up. So if one thing these devils want to do, if they want you dead, you're dead. They kill you. They got no.
But hold on. But now, Apostle, if we're talking about the paradigm shift See, where the Lord is now running interference and shutting down all their operations. What used to work yesterday ain't working today. That's what we better consider too. See, again, it's you brought up John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Not saying that Donald Trump is on the level of John Fitzgerald Kennedy, but one thing about Donald J. Trump and John Fitzgerald Kennedy, they hate big government. They hate, and see, it's an open secret that Donald Trump hates Bill Gates. He hates the Rockefeller. He hates all those families. He hates the Rothschilds, and someone in the comment section said that Donald Trump is a bought and paid spokesman. I agree with you. I agree, and I see who he's bought and paid and protected by, which is why now all of a sudden I'm noticing now since he got elected, you see how now Russia is making a lot of noise. You see how this is coming into play.
Yeah, he got a lot of investments in Russia.
So you see, you're right, Elder Apostle. These people, but still, they got one last ace up their sleeve, and that's why they're trying. That's why they're trying to create this chaos. That's why they're trying so desperately now to put the element out here. The Democrats in particular. And it's always the Democrats. Because see, since you brought it, let's go back in history. Let's go back. Why was John Fitzgerald Kennedy killed? Besides your first revelation about the issue of him acknowledging interplanetary or interangelic, occurrences but see, don't forget that John Fitzgerald Kennedy proved that he was a man of conscience and substance. He took to heart what Malcolm X in particular was saying about him. And see, one thing about this mafia called America, when you go messing with their money, that's when they pull out all the stops to kill you. See, people can say what they want about Trump in certain areas, in certain capacity, but when it comes down to the issue of this doling out money to the people and taking care of people as a whole, and he's a businessman, that's what he was doing in direct defiance, just like John Kennedy was getting ready to do. See, when John Kennedy, what sealed Kennedy's fate most notably was a speech he made in Boston when he said, "Come on, my fellow Americans, we must be careful how we treat a black man. We must be careful how we treat our black citizenry. Because what if you were to wake up and find out that God is a black man?" When he put that out there, in conjunction with certain moves he was going to make with Martin Luther King Jr., okay, and again, taking to heart what Malcolm X was saying about him, being a trickster, and Malcolm bringing out the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party, that moved Kennedy to make certain moves that he was going to do right by we the people. And that's why he got iced. And then systematically, right along with him, comes Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, everybody. Once the money game was being tapped in, see, that's why I was saying to you earlier on. See, when this issue of reparations and we demanding them they pay us and give us what's ours. See, we're not asking for them to take care of us. No, what we are now commanding and demanding in the spirit of our God is what is ours. They owe us. And if they don't want to give it to us, okay, fine, don't. That's why Oklahoma is getting, man, the Most High is breaking his raw foot. And Oklahoma's behind. Why? Because here it is, the last remaining living descendants of that whole issue of what happened in not Rosewood. What was it called again, y'all? Come on, help me out. Black Wall Street and that entire area. Yeah, Tulsa, because they refuse. Here it is. You had this stinking judge. I forget her. I'm not gonna give her name. I would say her name. I'm not gonna give her name no power here. But when she made that move, to rip those people off. Let me fit. Somebody mute your phone.
It's enough.
Oh, brother, mute your phone when you do that. Okay, please mute when you talk outside here. But when they did that, Oklahoma has been getting hit non-stop with every storm you can think of, because the Most High is tired of them. See, again, even when we have traitors among us who work against us, now the Lord, that's why you have to look at the fact that, they used to be able to kill and knock people out the box. But now in this information age, and now with people paying attention, they got to be very careful. This whole move on Trump has a lot of people on standby. And see, this whole thing with Israel also, what they're doing over there and what they're trying to bring in here and what they're trying to bring in, I'm telling you, you're right. It's going to set something off. It's going to take one more event, and we're going to see uncivil war happen in this country. And I'm going to say it like this here. If they do, before he takes his oath as president on the 15th of January, if they kill this man, if anything happens to Donald Trump, I swear, I feel it in my bones. It's going to be a problem in this country, bro. It's going to be a problem. And these Democrats are pushing it. Or demon rats. They're pushing it, man. But now let's see who's talking in the, let's see. It's always important when I do these live, we always go to our comment section and let's see who's talking. Okay. We got Vicar Emerson, who says those Masons in Eastern Star who practice those rituals knew how to take our power and voice away. You're right. You're right. And since I have not voted, the Most High hears me and has fought. You're right. You're absolutely right, Vicar. We got 1968. Let me see what you're saying. Let me see. Let me see what 19. Oh, yeah. Okay, Vicar, one more thing. You said, and the so-called sniper who missed the 3 shots. Yeah, okay, I got you. And who else is talking? 1968, you always cooking with gas. For real. All right, smashing Baby Hebrew. You know we heard this we heard the same story. Okay, all right. Stop, Smash Snyder. You're being bad. Jada Snake the Great, you're welcome. Welcome here. All right.
My brother, Jada Snake the Great.
Okay, Real Talk said we are all not
talking. He's just a snake talker.
But Real Talk said we are all not complaining. Some of us are billionaires and millionaires living extremely happy. Yeah, the selfish ones. You're right. The sellouts. You're right. Real Talk. All right. So, who else is talking here? 1968 said. Wait, I keep getting. It keeps going off. But let me go back. Now, 1968 said. You went away. You stepped away. And I can understand it. You said New Birth 1972. I know what you're alluding to. 1968. We're gonna keep on. So now, with that being said, Yeshaya, we've been running for a minute now. What's your take on the issue?
The same as yours, man. I'm in agreement with you on what's going on. No doubt.
But see, the thing is, for our listening audience, we're gonna welcome you. We're gonna take a time out real quick to let you all know. Listen, you're now tuning into the Lions Den, and this is the segment we call The Conversation Continues. And we welcome you, and again, we have our moments where we don't agree, and we go into our friendly discourse of point counterpoint. You've been hearing a point counterpoint. Now, in the comment section, again, I'm gonna ask you one more time. If y'all could, for those who agree with the whole issue that we could, with multi-generational saying we could be possibly replaced or overpopulated by this these illegal immigrants. Put a 1 if you agree with that, and put a 2 if you don't. But also now, as you can see, that we on this great social media platform, the Lions Den, we're not bought and paid for. We don't have any sponsors breathing down our backs telling us what we can and cannot say, and that's why we're able to say what need to be said, how it should be said, and that is in clear, divine, biblical truth. Now, some of you may not believe in the Bible. That's fine. But even you have to still use your good sense to see that something is dreadfully wrong. And I'm gonna say dreadfully wrong, or could it be? But then again, it could be. It is based on perspective. Something is very much. Let me not even use the word wrong. Something is very much happening all throughout this planet Earth, and our take on it, all these floods, typhoons, all of these different storms, all of these economic collapses or potential building economic collapses, all this social and infrastructure, all of the violence you're seeing, all these mass shootings and killings and people losing their minds, is all divine justice. That the Lord God of Israel, his name being Yahweh, I know some say Ahia, some say Yah, some say all kinds of other pronunciations, but we go by Yahweh, YHWH, I am that I am. His divine judgment and his divine paradigm of bringing we the children of Israel, because that's who we are, we are now being brought back to our power. See, the reason the Democrats in particular are in disarray, and how so many black men in particular, because they're lying so much about why they lost. See, it's bigger than Kamala Harris, though. Why did the Democrats, if you're listening, and we know you're listening, right? Let me spell it out for you why you lost. Because now we, brothers of the tribe of Judah, and all the other families of Israel, that's still in debate, but still, the whole spirit is on us now, that we are no longer under the curse. There are those of us who are not going to be lied to. We're not going to be used. We're not here as your beast of burden. And your whole white power structure and doctrine is now being crushed underfoot by the divine hand of the Lord. See, you were given a dispensation of time to rule, and you were even given a time, you Gentiles, all you other nations, you were given your chance at ruling this planet under the requirements of the laws of the commandments of the Bible, and you failed miserably. The only thing is, you weren't given a savior. See, we lucky that we were given a second chance, even though we ain't deserve it. The blood sacrifice of Christ does not pertain to you, and this is what's got you scared as well, because see, you know the time is at hand, and the signs are there. That's why, Democrats, you lost. See, you can't play in our faces no more. See, we're not our grandparents nor parents' generation. They're dying off. And now, somebody mute their mic, please. What you're seeing is now the rise of we, the children of Israel, and we're gonna take our place. See, like Psalms, I think the second chapter is talking about you nations, you're all in a tumult right now. You can do all your planning, you can do all your brainstorming you want. Your time is now up. You were given your chance to do it right, and you failed. And now it's going to be more storms. It's going to be more typhoons. It's going to be more floods. And what happened in North Carolina, Tennessee? What happened in South Carolina, parts of South Carolina, North Carolina? Yo, it's only gonna get worse. Because see, the more you try, the more you come for us, The more you harden your heart, like the pharaohs of old and all the other world empires, the Lord is now going to harden our hearts. And all this murdering and shooting down unarmed black men, women, and children is not going to go unanswered, man. It's not going to go unanswered on a physical level now. we're giving you fair warning from the divine God Almighty. Look, in the immortal words of the late great Ossie Davis, you got a lion at your front door. You got a Black Panther at the back. You got a leopard on your roof and a cheetah coming up through your floor. And they go a tiger coming up through your floor, and they go all get in. They're all going to get in. See, again, whether you believe the Bible or not, it's of no consequence. The book of Obadiah about the children of Esau, of the fate of Edom, is now in effect. Now, there are some of you who believe that Edom is Japhet. And there are those of us who believe that Edom is a so-called white race. But we don't see these mysterious black people ruling the country. We only see these various shades of pale red and dark red that are running this country into the ground, and the world into the ground. And just like it says in the book of Obadiah, the men of your confederacy, see, Democrats, you know why you lost? Also, because those same immigrants, some of them who you gave amnesty to and gave freedom to and all that free money, even they voted against you. Who you thought you could buy their vote? No, they voted against you. Do you think that look, like I'm gonna spell it out for you. And Sister Karima, she gave the videos a couple of episodes ago. But listen, everybody coming through those borders are not coming here for no asylum. They coming here for revenge. They're coming here for vengeance. See, America, you have opened your borders, and you have out here some real mercenaries. And as the book of Obadiah said, the men of your confederacy, who you thought would be down with you because you gave them a few nickels, nah, they coming for you. See, I get it. You've been so used to us Negroes in particular singing songs, "We shall overcome," or "We love your master," and doing all that singing and dancing. And you got all these Democratic shills, your Al Sharpton, your Joy Reids, who been kissing your behind because you paying them. The Steve Harveys, the D.L. Hughley, that ain't gonna save you though. They're not us. All these other people, they're not us. They are not us. And they're not playing. But now, the reason that you're really scared, I'm gonna help for some of you actually concerned white folks who don't follow that white supremacist doctrine. We'll spell it out for you here. Your forefathers and mothers and your parents today have doomed you. They have doomed you. And what do I mean by that? As the old adage goes, the sins of the parents falls upon the head of the children. See, you have inherited a lie. They lied to you. Okay? But now all these lies are now being exposed and revealed. And this is one of the many mediums, the Lion's Den. As this conversation continues, this is what's happening. And like I said, I don't care who it is. If you don't believe the Bible, like the scriptures say, many of you are going to die in your unfaithfulness. That's fine. Don't believe it. Look, thousands of years ago, you had Peter, Luke, Paul, and trying to tell the wicked of our people, that the Lord was going to raise up a nation that would come against us for the evils that we did if we didn't stop and repent and reform. And the wicked of our people didn't believe them so much, they killed him, including Christ, the Son of the living. They killed him too because they didn't believe it. But here we are suffering. We have been what? Born the evil of our fathers, the sins of our fathers. But now you are now about to experience Lamentations, the 5th chapter, verse 7, where it says, our fathers are not, and we are born their iniquities. You, white America, and anybody else in collaboration with you, brace yourself. This is beyond us now. So yes, you should be concerned, because again, your forefathers, mothers have condemned you and doomed you. And the bottom line is, this whole mass exodus of brothers from the Democratic plantation is just a sign of our reawakening. See, we understand that Barack Obama took the term woke and demonized it. See, let me help you with, because they always take what we make and then corrupt it. See, being woke was an old term, as an old ghetto slang term that we use among ourselves when you are sharp, you are aware, and you see things. Oh, that brother woke. That's just as woke. And you had your governor, California, Gavin Newsom. What's the governor? I forget the governor's name in Florida right now. I forget his name that quick. But everybody else and Barack Obama, who didn't corrupt being woke, making woke a bad thing. No, it's a good thing. Yeah, Ron DeSantis. There you go. And these clods. But now you've been given your wake-up call. Because not only are we going to walk away, we're walking away from your Democratic plantation, we're going to walk away from everything that you've established. Because see, you can't live without us. That is what scares you the most. You can't live without us. Everything you have has been because you stole it from us. Because again, unfortunately, we've had to pay a penalty for what our forefathers did in breaching the divine contract made between the Lord and the children of Israel in the wilderness of Egypt. But now, even though there are a great many of us who still want to be on that plantation, your plantation is being shut down. And you have no one to, so for all you elder white folks, you want to know why your children are going ballistic and losing their minds and shooting and killing you? Because this is what the same thing you did to us. And you weren't supposed to, but it was allowed. It still went down. Now you got to reap it. You got to reap it. And and once this divine edict has been put out, it's not going to return. Bottom line, go.
It won't come back void. He done executed his plan, and from what I'm seeing, oh boy, I could tell y'all, but y'all don't know what the hell is coming your way. It's gonna be very messy, because you earned that. You got to look in the mirror for what you have done, crimes you committed. There's payback, and He's gonna bring forth that payback. Because what you have done on this earth, you have had no mercy. So why should He extend some mercy back to you? This is the time for you to repent for the sins of your forefathers before the destruction comes. You need to make amends, because there is no coming back. The time of Jacob's trouble, if I had to really say it, we've been in our troubles ever since we've been here. But the time of your trouble is coming as well. You better prepare for it, because the Lord will bring forth much pain upon those who have brought pain upon his.
Indeed.
For fair warning.
And real talk. And that's exactly why Polite is where he at right now. Yeah, Sonetta, and all other enemies of Christ. Let me just put this out there to you. See, real talk, that's exactly why Polite is in prison right now as we speak. When he shot that Bible up the way he did, that put his behind on the chopping block. And see, all other blasphemers. See, the thing is, even if you don't believe in the Bible, it's best you keep the Lord's name out your mouth. It's best you keep. If you don't know the absolute on a thing, maybe you ought to be quiet. Because see, Polite's judgment, it took a minute, but now look at him, real talk. And all other blasphemers. The book of Jude is now going to come and take effect. Because see, all you brute beasts, all you disrespectful brute beasts, saying things that you ought not to say, leveling blasphemies, your mouth is going to be shut now. And this is not me saying this from I'm going to do anything about it. Nah. The divine principle, you reap what you sow, what you sow, what you reap. The divine principle of the Lord heareth all things, and every idle word you speak, you will be held accountable for it. Is now in effect as well. So yeah, real talk. Son Edison, he had Polite say and do a lot of things, and I actually enjoyed some of the debates that I used to have with Polite. But when he did that, when he shot that Bible up, man, I knew it was over. I knew that it was over. But he ain't gonna be. It's not just gonna be him. It's gonna be all other blasphemers and disbelievers out here, saying and teaching things, speaking great blasphemies. The book of Jude is now about to take effect. It has been taking effect on a lot of people. As I said earlier on, as it's written in the scriptures, all the unfaithful, not might, not maybe, shall perish in their unfaithfulness. And this is why now we always encourage you when you come in here to the Lions Den and we are on the air to think for yourself and don't just take our word for it. Check things out. As you can also see, that even we have our minor disagreements and we go point, counterpoint, and we leave it up to you, the people, to make your choice on who you will roll with as far as our presentations. But real talk, that's a very good observation you made. Polite is just the big Polite and so many other blasphemers that you don't know about have been getting stepped to. But those who are on a broadcast platform and you being heard, brace yourself. Brace yourself. Why? Because your divine punishment is coming. It would have been better for some of you, as Christ said, it would have been better had you not been born. But for you to be born, and here it is, you see the power of the Lord happening, and you still open your mouth in direct defiance. Where are your fake gods? Since you want to call our God, where are your gods making things right? Huh? If what we believe in is so wrong, where's your gods? Hotep and whoever else you believe in, where they at? To deliver us. Exactly. So now, let me see what's just talking. Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Yeah, real talk, you're right. Also, the ravening wolves in sheep clothes. You're right. You're right. It's yep, all these preachers and ministers too. But you know what? I'm gonna have to also say, even some of these fake, I won't even say minister, more like sinisters. All these these sinisters in Israelite clothing gotta be dealt with, are gonna be dealt with too. No one's gonna be safe from the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Hey, look, I don't sit up here as Mr. Moral. I strive to be a moral man. I use the word strive because I still fall short. I'm very afraid about what's getting ready to come on this earth. I don't know what my fate may be, but I'm going to do the best that I can to be a beacon, to be a light, to use my talent along with Yeshaya and other voices who have not taken the bag, who've not bent over to be a, well, let me use the words careful, be a prostitute. There it is, a prostitute of the devil. Okay, we're not gonna get in the bed with the devil ever. No Diddy over here, no baby oil. We don't do that around here. Okay, it's just that simple.
Ain't no babies on the panel.
Exactly. Now let me see what's talking. Oh, oh, you like that, Tyrone? Oh, brother Tyrone. Oh, you like that? You laughed at that one. I'm glad you like that, brother Ty. You know, I see you still believe Mississippi is his promised land. That's fine, baby. I'm glad to see you here, though. You still one of the dedicated. Don't leave him alone.
When
Leave him
Mississippi
alone.
blasted off the map, man.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Wait, look. Don't do that. It's okay. We welcome him. I don't mind.
I wish he would never come on.
No, well, okay, that's fine, but don't do that. I welcome him because he's one of our dedicated listeners, and he still makes his commentary, and at least he does come in and participate. Let me see. Smashing Idol. Nobody gets a pass. You will pay what you owe when Yahweh bring. That's right, Smash. You are absolutely right. And see, we are motivated when you all come in this comment section and make your comments. You keep us on point. It keeps us all up in here doing and saying what we need to say. See, we come with the facts. See, here on this platform, we deal with the facts. And what are facts? That's F-A-C-T with an apostrophe S. Frequently accurate, correct truths. You can put that on a shirt, y'all. Facts. Frequently accurate, correct truths is what you're going to get here on the conversation. Conversation continues here in the Lion's Den. Yeshaya Das, on you. What you gonna do?
I want to know who liked the context, this the commentary that we're talking about now, because I'm the one that come up with all those titles for the shows. So if you like this content, put a 1 in the chat, because we doing this for you. You understand? We're not getting paid for it. We don't want anything. We want to get this information out there to the vastest masses of people and let them know what we think and let them know what we're seeing and let them know the judgment is coming. So be prepared.
Thank you, VJ, for that 1. But also, here's what I want y'all to do too. If you appreciate the lioness, the beautiful Karima, all right, and I'll stop right there. We all know that I'm a dark-skinned woman loving junkie, but put a 7 for the sister. That you appreciate that she regulates and allows us to come in. Put a 7 for her.
Put a 9 in there. Put a 9.
No, how about a 10? There it is, 10. Perfection, 10. There you go for Karima. Moving on, I want y'all to hit, also, please hit the like and subscribe button as well. That's free. See, we're not gonna cry. We're not cry for $1. TD fakes. Okay? We don't ask for your money.
We
All we
not
ask for is
Creflo, I wish you give me every dollar you had. Dollar.
that's right. Cry for $1. There you go, baby. Cry for $1. We're not none of that. Okay, we're not pastor money. We're not sinisters. We're ministers. Okay, and what we do here, we do because look, we are following our divine calling. And what's a calling for those who are listening? A calling is when the Lord puts the spirit on a man or woman to speak, intercede, and serve the people without there being no concern for payment or restitution, because in the grand scheme of things, that man or woman knows there is a sense of duty and responsibility. See, what Yeshua Don are, we are blessed to come from the cloth of rather than complain about a problem, we complain first and then we come up with the solution. Now, he leads the show because that's his office. I come in behind him because I've had my experience in the area of broadcasting, but we use our talents together to work together because there's no competition. When the Lord gives you a gift, you gotta let that man shine. And I use my gift to shine as well. And we are answering our calling because we're not looking for CNN. We're not looking for ABC. Okay, CNN, the crappy news network. We're not looking for ABC, Americans Broadcasting crap. We're not looking for Fox, FOX, because all you see is fraudulent, obnoxious excrement, okay, on Fox. We're not looking for NBC, nothing but crap. And CBS, the crappy broadcasting system. We don't come here bringing you crap. And what's crap, y'all? You know I'm good with the acronyms. CRAP. All you see out here is continual, repetitive, asinine programming, except when you come here. And okay, we're also bipartisan. We'll give a shout out to Philip Scott. We'll shout out Professor Black Truth. We'll shout out Torian Rain. We're going to shout out our dear sister in Israel, Lisa Kubera. We're going to shout out
Willie D.
I shout out who? But of course, Willie D. We'll shout out. I'm going to shout out in particular Watchmen of Israel. Y'all on your way. Just stay uncorruptible. I like what Watchmen of Israel. I like what y'all doing too. I like Watchmen of Israel. You young lions, stay on your path. Don't give in to the corruption or the bag. I like what y'all doing too. So there are other voices out here in this world. I gotta give even to our dear Dr. Infantunde, although he's on that Pan-African, we give him his shout out too. Because there are other voices out here who may not be on the level of what we're doing, but still they're out there and they're speaking. But the Lions Den is where it's at. Because again, you're not gonna get no crap. And what is crap? That's CRAP, continual repetitive asinine programming. We don't do that here. All you're gonna get is facts. That's FACTS. Frequent, accurate, correct truths. That's what we deal with here. Okay? And see, the thing is, we like what we do. This calling, if we can inspire you young people that are out there now, taking up this mantle to fight for our freedom, if it's up to you, this millennial generation, if the Most High raise among you brothers and you sisters young in your young bodies to do this, we as your elders, we're happy to give you the ammunition that you need given by listening to this broadcast. That's our duty. That's our responsibility. It's our calling. And we're going to honor that to the day we die. We didn't sell out into the Boule, into the Illuminati and everybody who did try to come and pass a bag As you can see, we still here. We always land on our feet. And that's what we do. And we're going to keep on doing it. Let me see who's now. Hold on. To the brother, okay, with the F. I don't know I don't see your name. You've been waiting patiently. So welcome back, and what's on your mind?
Oh, hello. My name's Freddie Biggs. What I see is a lot of groups that are striving to keep on the bloodstained banner moving as we spread the good news of the gospel and keeping where we're proclaiming the truth about what's going on in the world around us and what we see in the scriptures. And it's becoming all more clear to me, you know what I'm saying? And so, like all the crap you get in these news outlets where they keep trying to put our people down, but like when I get in this Lions Den group, y'all just keep it 100, honest, and I really thank you. You know what I'm saying? Really thank GT. I really thank the Lioness for keeping it going and allowing truth to prevail. Because out there they trying to demonize us. They keep trying to go after us and trying to make truth irrelevant. But as what we're seeing and what the Holy Scriptures keep revealing, it's like what happened when they killed Paul, like what happened when they killed Peter. You know what I'm saying? What happened when they killed Stephen, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. So what we gotta do is keep on moving in the face of all these lions and these devils out here. So that's all I gotta say.
And we thank you very much, Freddie. And to Jen, we thank you for that 1. And I'm sure Karima thanks you for that 10. Oh, and I am Manna, my dear sister. Welcome. Hello. Nice to see you here. Now, for those of you that don't know, I Am Manna is one of our contributors to our credo in the Lion's Den. Whenever you hear me say, when you come into the Lion's Den, wipe your feet, mind your manners, conduct yourself in an orderly manner, and enjoy yourself. She's the one that gave us that a few years ago when we came here on the platforms. So she didn't say it exactly like this, but I took it and paraphrased it, but this is her contribution, among other things, as far as being one of our watchers, making sure nobody comes in here with the foolishness. She's also a lioness in the pride. Okay, we welcome you, Iron Manna. Glad to see you as always. Okay, and thank you again, Jen, for the 1 and the 10. Yeshai, what's on your mind?
Cuba just got hit with a 6.8 earthquake. Rocks Cuba. Breaking news. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, unfortunately, we have to look at the fact that, listen, unfortunately, there are a lot of unsavory and wicked practices that are being put forth in all these various lands, okay? This earthquake we seeing, Cuba has been long standing on a lot of blasphemy, but blasphemy, but now 1968. I remember you asked this question before. Let me read it. And you state, why do you call, you asked, why do we call Christ, or we call Jesus Yeshua, and why do you call the Lord Yahweh? Please give me any scripture where the Lord told Moses that these are the divine names of the oracle. Well, I don't know if you ever read the Torah or Tanakh in the Hebrew, but I say that because of the dialect of Hebrew that we speak. Now, there's some who don't believe in what is called Lashon HaKodesh, or the pure tongue. They don't believe in it. That's fine. But based upon just a simple, looking at the tetragram, okay, you won't find a scripture where he says, in these new Bibles or the 1611 or any other Bible where he outright says Yahweh. But if you believe it, if the reading from the Hebrew, in the pronunciation of the tetragram, like I said last time, when you look at the YHWH, okay, when you look at any word containing Y, I'll try to break it down as smooth as possible. If there's someone who's much more stronger in etymology and linguistics in the Hebrew, you're more than welcome to come on and give your counterpoint or increase this in conversation. But when you look at any word containing Y, you have young, yearn, you have youth. Drop the actual word and look at the pronoun Yah. It's always that Yah. Any H word, him, he, her, home, you get the ha, Yah. And since we know that the W from woman, womb, Y, wine, you get the wa, the wa pronunciation. And when you connect the ha, the H, you get Yah, ha, wa, Yahweh. That's why we say Yahweh. Okay, there may be now. I hope that if that's not satisfactory for you, that's as simple as I can break it down. And as far as Christ, Yahshua, that comes from Yeshua, that comes from Joshua. Some say Yahweh Shah, but I kind of rock with Yahshua. He is the saved, or he is the saved. Yeah, Joshua. That's why we pronounce it that way. To 1968. That's I try to make things as basic as possible. But and keeping things legitimate, again, there are others who, when they read the Hebrew, they pronounce it differently. They choose to use Yiddish or some other dialect of the Hebrew. But I'm going to also give you another insight, 1968, on why we are convinced.
Quick.
Let me finish. Okay, make it quick. Make it quick.
Karima got to do another show. We got to go.
Who?
Karima got to do another show.
Oh, see.
6 o'clock time, so we got to get out of here.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? How about this? Hold us to this 1968. We'll come back, okay? We'll come back and we'll continue this conversation. So in closing, we want to thank you all for allowing us to come in your mind, soul, and cipher. So much love to Iron Manor. Much love to Ryan Elliott. Real Talk, 1968. Much love to Jen, Smashing Idol. Yes, you too, Brother Tyrone. Okay, Mississippi, my brother, VJ, and everybody else. In closing, we thank you for allowing us to come into your mind, soul, and cipher here on the Lions Den. The conversation continues. And in closing, we want you to think for yourself, examine for yourself. Don't just take our word. Look things up for yourself, because it's crucial that you study to show yourself approved. Also, share this show. All right? Hit the smash, the like, and the subscribe. And in closing, we give honor to the Lord in Christ, from whom all positive thoughts flow. I am Big Baby Hebrew Brother Malachi, along with the man who talks raw, Yeshaya Dar. In the spirit of Don Cornelius on the Hebrew tip, as always, we say to you all, Shalom. Wait. And much love to the lioness, Sister Karima, for allowing us to be here on this great social media platform. And now, in the spirit of Don Cornelius on the Hebrew tip, We say to you all, Shalom, peace, love, and napash, because it's all about loving your soul. And we are up out of here.
I'll praise you, Most High. Yeah, that sound good, y'all. Hello. What we doing?
Hey, cook that up, Khalid.
We still getting to the money, got these haters in they field. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they field. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. They said you got the call, they trying to blackball you. Play what they own, bro. You can't blackball a boss. The whole world, they hate this right here. The way you hate your neighbor, might as well pull the trigger on you. You know we get excited by the smoke. Every day we catching flesh. Say my treasure stored in heaven, we gon' blow the rest. They disrespected and we check the bank that causing kept it still. They asking others about my business, but I ain't got no instant messy. I still deal with ox direct, cause your person don't mean you respect. Your outlet don't get no credit if the ox ain't in it. Money answer all things and you got all these questions. Playing Vic. Look, I employ slavery. I'll if you broke your head. Yeah, them crews in the hood, Jews in the hood. I caught them clues, now I'm good. I broke it down, he understood my all to you. Filtered through, you found a few, I'm good. We what we sold, this here exclusive. They like, hey, folk, look what you doing. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they field. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they field. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. Most I told me, be still, give her room to work. Know my movie work. If faith ain't good, don't put the work in. In the spirit flexing, that my day job. Get in the mode out my own, I don't know what they are. Before I got the blueprint, and I'm too legit to quit. Let it spark in the dark, be a light, got it lit. Trying to map my movement, got my haters pondering. The odds set the question there, they wanna know if you still lit. It hit different, you authentic, a lot of odds pretending. We do it for the Lord, got my own motion, who are you to judge? Took Most High first, none above. Tap in the spirit, we locked in, they'll come against your plot. You know Judas said, yeah, we spit them scripts, they barely now. Came on slave ships, and you not black. You know they tell you everything. Isaiah 30:20, yeah, we bad. You see what happened when they tried to rail the train up off the track. False witness, hypocrite. We throw shots back, now they feel heat. Must go get it. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they field. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they field. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still.